Hi there. Before I explain why I'm doing a voiceover, let me tell you where I am. I'm in front of the Vivekananda Ashram in Kuala Lumpur, and today is actually the Chinese New Year. And over there is the KL Central or the NU Central Mall. That place is one of the busiest interchange train station in Malaysia. And right behind me is the Little India Brickfields. We will be walking around that place in a while, but first let me show to you the this ashram that is more than 100 years old. It was built, I believe, in 1904, and it is dedicated to a spiritual master in Hinduism and highly regarded in the Tamil community. And this has some controversies about this place because some people doesn't want this to become a national heritage site. Some just wants the building and the statue to become a heritage site, not the entirety of the land. So but I believe in around 2017, if I'm not mistaken, it is considered a national heritage site. And at the same time, this is also a private property, I believe. Now, the reason why I'm doing a voiceover is because my first uploaded video was copyrighted due to the loud music being played around Little India. They are blasting the Bollywood music. So anyway, these guys are actually going to a procession, and that's why they're wearing the white lower clothes. So anyway, as you can see, Malaysia is actually walkable in a way because it's, I would say, most parts are actually PWD friendly, people with disability friendly. Um, it has markings for the blind people, and it has facilities to accommodate people with wheelchair. However, as you can see, some parts like this are actually under construction, and it affects the pavement. And though they try to allot some space for people to walk, this is obviously not enough for people with wheelchair. And today is the Chinese New Year and it's a holiday, so people are parking on the side of the road, and obviously these are that side of the street is not safe for people to move their wheelchairs. So here is the spot where my first upload received a copyright strike because of the store on the left is blasting their Bollywood music all over the place, and I appreciate it, and it's you can't really say it's noise pollution because one, the music is very nice, and it makes the Little India uh, more authentic and more fun in comparison to, let's say, the Chinatown. The Chinatown doesn't have this uh, kind of music. They would have, but Bollywood music is very, very distinct, and the way they play their music is so loud. Now, as you can see, the pavement here is very, very wide. Before it was a parking lot, but eventually they turned it into a huge sidewalk with colorful arches like this. I guess to add color to the place and makes it more touristy. And while walking around, you will notice uh, three things. One is that it has a lot of textile store. two is jewelry stores, three food. So that is pretty much, I would say, a signature of Little India, because there's another Little India in Klang. It looks like this, much smaller, but it's pretty much the same. It's just that this one is so huge and friendly for pedestrian, and they set up tables in the pavement, in the sidewalk, so that people can dine in. But I don't think this is uh, an entire day thing. I think they only set this up around the afternoon, because uh, I'm not sure about lunchtime, but definitely around late afternoon they would set these tables up. And another problem here is, I would guess, is the traffic. It's already a holiday today, but because of the parking space and the volume of uh, vehicles passing through, imagine if this is on a weekday and rush hour. As I said earlier, you'll see a lot of textile and jewelry stores. It seems that uh, Indian culture really includes golds and uh, fashion to their culture. I would say, in my opinion, they are like the Italians of Asia. They know their style. Okay, we have reached the end of the Little India on this side. As you can see over there, there's nothing there. And we have to cross this road. Uh, we have to find the pedestrian lane. And before we cross, I guess I want to show you how nice the place is, how clean the place is. And you don't see a lot of people loitering and disrespecting the place, vandalizing and littering. And you can pretty much play around here if you want, like play ball, but better not to, because these are stalls. I guess they would be active during regular days. Today is Chinese New Year, so a lot of them probably, it's a long weekend, so they probably went to their hometowns. So here is, as you can see, there's no overpass, but there is this pedestrian lane. So you can pretty much cross anywhere, but it's better to follow the rules. So find the pedestrian lane and cross over there. So here on this side of the road, you'll see there's a market and lots of street food. This side of the road is more street food and more people around. And I guess the sidewalk is smaller, maybe because of the stalls placed around. And here, by the way, is the these are actually flowers, real flowers, uh, used for ceremonial activities in the Indian culture. These are Arabian jasmine, if I am correct. And from here, even though I was wearing a mask, I can smell the freshness of this flower. And even though it's already late afternoon, you can see them still making more of it. And here has a shrine. Uh, it's a parking lot, a back alley, but there is a shrine. If we're not mistaken here, this is the shrine uh, for the god Kali. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a blue skinned god holding a head of, I guess, his enemy. Anyway, as you can see, you can see there are some old buildings around. Though these are old and I assume small rooms, I'm pretty sure these are very expensive. KL Central is, I mean, from the name itself, it's the center of KL. So I wonder how much for the smallest unit here. We are now walking back to the main street, and I must say it is a really nice back alley. Even though it's a back alley, it's still very, very clean. And the smell of, again, the flowers are very, very fresh. It's very, very nice. So we are now back in the main street, and as you can see, there's a lot of parked cars, but not a lot of people. And even though it's a holiday, I would say that this place is relatively safe. But then again, in any place you go, in any country, it's better to be safe and always protect yourself. And right here, there are display clothes. I think this is 60 ringgit for the men's clothes. I actually want to have one myself in the future. Maybe someday I'll save up for it and buy one. Cultural appropriation is not a thing here. I believe everyone, if you wear a clothing from another culture, people from that culture will appreciate you more if you dress the way they do. It shows appreciation. And again, the colorful arches are very, very nice. And they just put their clothes out in the sidewalk in comparison to the other side where we walked in from. It's the roads are very clear. On this side of the road, it's a bit congested, but it's not that bad. You can still walk around. Another thing that I really suggest for you to try out here are the street food. Number one is the pani puri. It's a round, hollow ball, and they stuff it with like chicken piece and mashed potato. I don't know what else is in there, but I highly recommend that one. Next one is Jollibee. It's very, very sweet. So be careful for those who doesn't like sweet. You might want to skip this one out. For me, it's not that sweet. We are near the end of this video, and right up ahead are the same things, Indian food and textiles. And if you have been listening to me and up to this point, I want to thank you for enduring listening to me. And I hope this is somewhat educational and entertaining. I hope you visit Little India one day and enjoy the place. See you again next time. Bye.